When I was a kid, I would like to go to they have those science museums for kids.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff you can touch.
Right.
I've got a nephew, my dad's grandson, and I think he's not old enough yet to go to that kind of place, but maybe in a couple of years.
Right. Oh, wow. So did you ever get to do that with your dad? One of those kind of science museums? Yeah?
I think he took us there when we were a kid. There's a place in New Jersey called Liberty Science Center.
Mm.
They have a very big, expanding, I think it's like a buckyball.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
It's like a geodesic dome that has the ability to expand and contract. They have toys based on that now, I saw.
Oh, okay. All right. So, why juggling? Yeah, how did it all start? Was it something you watched on TV and you said, that's what I want to do?
No, I mean, I like to do physical things when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. The idea of being a performer was unacceptable. Like when I was growing up, I remember I had friends that were dancers, or I had friends that were doing theater. Yeah. It all seemed kind of a little bit ridiculous to me when I was growing up.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not really sure at what point it became a viable career kind of idea.
What was the very first thing you tried? Actually, you were working as an assistant to a juggler or something like that. Is that how it started? Was that how it started?
Yeah, that was how it started. It wasn't really my original idea. Wasn't that I was going to really make a spanning a few years career out of performing. I thought it would be a kind of traveling job. Like it would be better than picking fruit or being a bartender, I thought. Uh-huh. And I was in England and I was cleaning a hotel. That was my job.
Right. I remember that part.
I was cleaning a hotel in England, and a friend of mine, she was an Israeli girl. She was doing fire shows. Ah. So I would help her carry her equipment. I would put the fuel in the cups for her to dip her stuff or something like that. And I could go and I could go out and have fun in the nightlife, because you don't make much money cleaning a hotel.
Right.
In England.
Right. And besides, I mean, doing this was actually a lot more fun than cleaning hotel rooms.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to do anything then. At that time, I was 18, so I didn't. I could go out to the club and we could have some fun. I was her assistant, and I learned a little bit. And that's the first time I kind of got this idea that I could do that, but it didn't work out for quite a while afterwards.
Okay. So actually you love traveling too. You've been around the world, but that was mainly for fun, not trying to find the right place to settle down and do your street performance? Or that was really just your other dream, which is traveling, just traveling?
That was when I was young. Because I grew up in the U.S.
Yeah. And
I didn't really know what else was in the world. My parents told me I'd been to Taiwan when I was a kid, but I didn't have the language, so my time in Taiwan, my understanding of things was very, very limited. Okay. And my understanding of the world outside the U.S., even outside of New Jersey, was very limited. So I wanted to go and see. At the time, I was kind of being groomed to be an engineer. Oh. Basically, I was going to go to high school, go to university, and that. I think I would have enjoyed being an engineer. A lot of engineers seem to complain now that their jobs are very boring, but I was very curious. I thought there's something else besides going to school and being an engineer. I thought I want to go and see. I'd read a lot of books, people that were doing other things. There was other ways of living your life, and there's people that value different things, and I wanted to see these people, and I wanted to experience those things.
Okay. This engineering part, was that like your parents' dream for you and your brother?
It wasn't such a great dream. I think it's just something that's...
They thought more practical?
Yeah, it was very practical. And I don't know, I think the way our minds work, we have kind of engineering kind of minds.
Yeah. You know, I think most people's stereotype about street performers is that, oh, it must be that, you know, you guys don't really know what to do with your life, and this is something on the side, or
yeah, that's pretty
this
true,
is not
actually.
making a lot of money. Yeah, but you overcame all that. In fact, you did more.
A lot of those things are, they can be true. A lot of people don't really know what they're doing. Not that many people, I think, really, when they're kids, they want to be street performers, but a lot of people come into contact with it one way or another, and they find they really enjoy it. Some people enjoy working on the stage, some people enjoy working on the street, some people
enjoy sitting at the desk and just work 8 hours a day, or 12.
Yeah.
You have a lot to teach the Taiwanese kids and Taiwanese parents. Is that...
I don't think I have it.
No, in the sense that, you know, parents, or rather anybody, should encourage kids to have their own dreams, pursue their own interests. Don't tell them that this is not going to work, this is not going to make money. You should be an engineer, or you should be a lawyer, you should be a doctor, because those things make money. I mean, there are kids who do that, but they weren't happy in the process.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's important to have balance.
Balance. That is so important to what you're doing, your art form.
Yeah, it's also important in your everyday life. I think it's important to have a kind of balance. I think even with myself, I think very often I lose track of what I'm doing. Sometimes you see your goals here, and then you break them up into little goals, and then sometimes these little goals obscure the greater goal. Yeah, I mean, the greater goal is to have a high quality of life. That's really, I think, everybody's greater goal, personally to have a better quality of life, or for your family or the people around you. And then sometimes people, they think, oh, if I had more money, I would have a better quality of life. And then they go around chasing money at the expense of their quality of life. And it's kind of, I don't know, I think everybody kind of falls into that trap at some time.
A point well said. Well, we're going to hear more about your wisdom about life and all that.
I don't think I have much.
Let's take a break here before we hear more of Isaac Hou's incredible life story.